Central Minnesota Sports Hub. It's the Morning Sports Desk, presented by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And streaming on YouTube.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. This is the Morning Sports Desk. I'm CJ Baumgartner, joined by Corey Tackman, our guy Zeke in the middle as well. And today we are going to talk about every 2,000-point scorer in Minnesota girls basketball history that we can name off. We also have some game recaps as well. And fellas, why don't we just start with that? Corey, you had a game last night on the airwaves, Park Region Conference, girls basketball, a rematch. I was catching a little bit of the first half. No, it was a little back and forth there, but how'd things close out?
Yeah, it was Pillager and Henning girls basketball. They played back on the 12th of December. It was a 21-point Pillager victory in Henning that night. And this game was considerably closer and just kind of strange, in particular the start of the second half. I'll tell you about in a second. But 50-44 final score. Pillager gets the win. Kind of sloppy. From both teams, but a competitive basketball game. Right? And obviously, as you can tell from that final score, 50-44, it was in fact close. Henning, if you're to, we play halves in high school basketball now, but if you were to break the game down into quarters, Henning controlled the first quarter, Pillager controlled the second quarter, and then out of halftime, it was just straight up weird. Over the first 6 minutes of the second half, you guys, Pillager went on I think it was a 15-8 run. Okay? But the first 3 minutes of the half was a Henning 8-0 run. And then the next, maybe it was 11-8. And then the next 3 minutes was like an 11-0 run or 11-2 run. It was just this weird, so if you, the farther you start to condense, the more you started to condense this game, it just got stranger and stranger and stranger. There were some weird moments at the end of the game where a Henning player fouled out. And what is the rule? Is it 2 minutes or a minute the coaches get to decide who's going to be the sub in that moment? And usually the coaches plead their case with the official for a full minute, and then they sub someone in. Well, in the middle of that discussion, in the middle of that conversation, between Coach Empter and one of the officials, the foul was called, and it was a double bonus free throw, and they just the officials let the Pillager girl, it was Olivia Brown, shoot free throws. And then it turned into this whole thing because Coach Empter was like, "What are you doing? I haven't made my substitution yet. I only have 4 players. I had a player foul out. I'm allowed an X amount of time. I got to make this in. That free throw shouldn't count." And then Coach Stewart's got to stand up and be like, no, she shot it. They let her. He's got to plead his player's case and his team's case there. So that was really bungled. Then they just decided it was going to be a second free throw, like the first one was just going to count. She missed the second free throw, but there was a lane violation. So she got to shoot the second free throw again and ended up missing that one too. But it was just like, the second half was chaotic. 50-44 final score. Olivia Brown, 1,000-point score for the Huskies earlier in the season, got her 1,000 points. She led all scorers with 21 for the night. Both of those teams were tied at 4-5 in the PRC. Obviously, Pillager now, barring how everything else worked out in the conference, would have bumped them into 4th place alone in the PRC standings. So it was a weird, chaotic final 18 minutes of regulation.
Yeah, very fascinating game there, and we move on in the Park Region Conference. Hey, Zeke, you were in Menahga last night, not covering the games on the air, but you were in the gym, and you saw a couple games. Just give us your overall vibe. What was it like?
Yeah, doubleheader last night. Boys Braves played the Frazee Hornets last night, and then the girls team took on Bertha Hewitt. So non-conference matchup in the first one, and Frazee comes away with a 70-54 win. Dawson Lyman for the Hornets last night. I was working PA last night, so I wasn't keeping track of actual buckets, but I think Lyman had like 6 threes in the first half. He did not miss, and that's what paced this one. He was just elite from that corner, and Frazee did everything they could to make Chance Burtonden's life miserable last night. Full court pressures, 3 guys on him at all times. They knew they didn't want number 2 to have the ball in his hands, and they accomplished that. Frazee wins last night, 70-54. And in the girls' game, it was the Lady Braves taking on the Bertha Hewitt Bears. The Braves moved to 16-0. After an 88-33 win. Drea Christensen dropping 34 points last night. Fun moment in this one. It was right before the half. Bertha had the ball, pushing it up court. Piper Dean hucking up a prayer from half court, and there was 0 arc on this ball, just a laser beam towards the bucket, and it rattled in, and it was awesome. It was. She had 3 Braves defenders in her face, and that Menahga Braves defense with Cody Puyu is just elite. This year. There are always bodies on the floor wrestling for that basketball. They create no space. I mean, it is the Braves are going to be a fun team to watch postseason wise, because they just stifling defense, and they can score pretty much at will. Like I said, Christensen 34 points. I think Kiana Skoog was in double figures last night. Mamie Pinanimi was in double figures last night. It's 16-0, and they have a game on Saturday against Climax Fisher, and then we're into February and kind of the home stretch of the 2025-26 season.
As it is with Section 8 AA, if you're playing your best basketball in that tournament time, there's a good chance you're in that section championship game. Menahga has been playing their best basketball this season all season long. Going to be really interesting to watch that one. All right, fellas, speaking of girls basketball, we are going to try and name off as many different 2,000-point scorers in Minnesota State history that we can. And Corey is already doing his homework, and he's, again, got a list that has 2 columns. So he's been going a long time writing that thing down. That's why if you're on YouTube, you can see that list. So if you're watching the Morning Sports Desk on YouTube. But before we get any further, Corey, the Morning Sports Desk is proudly presented by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. I was there last night. Very delicious. And there's something, I don't want to tease it too much, but there's some new additions coming to the Pizza Ranch buffet that I was informed of that I don't want to speak for them. I'll let them be the messenger, but I just want to build suspense because I think people are going to like it.
Well, and also, CJ, it's important to know that you could go right now to the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade Facebook page, find the link to give your review, tell the Pizza Ranch about your visit, and you're entered in to win a $100 Pizza Ranch gift card. All you need to do is take the survey, complete the survey, and you're entered in for this weekly drawing, one of 2 $100 Pizza Ranch gift cards. It's pretty simple. You go in, you have an unbelievable meal, and you have a great time in the arcade. And then you take a short little survey, get a $100 gift card, and you get to go right back to the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. So fill out the survey, give them their feedback that they're looking for, get entered in to win a $100 gift card from Pizza Ranch. Could be in your pocket for doing that. All the information is on the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade Facebook page. Check it out. Check out the Facebook page. Check them out in person. Enjoy your meal. Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in downtown Wadena.
All right, guys, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We did this a couple weeks ago when Kale Misagatis got his 2,000th career point. We said, how many 2,000-point scorers are there in Minnesota State boys basketball history? Knowing full well Tori Oehrlein was on the doorstep of 5,000 career points and the all-time record. So a lot of things to consider. We knew that this one was coming, and just kind of with her getting to that milestone, now is as good a time as any to talk about all of the girls' 2,000-point scorers in Minnesota State High School League history. Zeke, you have the comprehensive list. Just kind of give us that initial tail of the tape. What's the overall total number?
I think for the boys, there were 181, I think. And it's a good thing we had extra time for the girls, because by my count, there are 317 members of the 2,000 point club in the state of Minnesota.
It's a lot.
317. It's many. Yes.
It's many, 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 which means we are going to forget and leave off some embarrassing. We're going to embarrass ourselves. We're going to leave off some names here, aren't we?
Implying we don't embarrass ourselves every single day, but yeah, we'll embarrass ourselves in the context of this discussion.
Before I read the list, I made my list and I went through it afterwards. Like, oh, how can I forget that person? Oh, I've watched that person play. That person did it like 3 weeks ago, and I missed them on my list. So there's a lot of 317 on this list.
Wow, insane. So I guess we might as well start with Tori Oehrlein, right?
Let me check to see if Tori Oehrlein's on this list.
Go to the top, scroll to the top.
Oh yeah, there she is at the top. Yes, at last check, 5,085 points.
Yep. She is.
I think that was after the Mille Lacs game. I think is what she's at, and she had a couple games since then. So well over that 5,085 point mark. Yes,
insane. And then of course we have Rebecca Dahlman, who was right behind her up until that point. So
she is number 2 for now. I don't think she'll be number 2 when the season ends. She may drop down to number 3, but for right now, she is number 2.
And that, of course, means Madden Greenway on this list for number whatever. It's not in any particular order, but that's also on the door.
317 in order, 1 to 317. Boy, we'd be good.
If you could, I'll buy you guys Pizza Ranch for life.
Yes, we'd earn that.
Yes,
deserve it.
We would be certified #ball knowers.
Ball knower. Yes, Maddie Greenway, as of last Friday, 4,993 points. Also the all-time assists leader in Minnesota girls basketball history. She got that earlier this season. 1,080 assists and counting. All
right, let's get a couple local ones just off the list. Corey talked about it last week. Kale Misa got us past Ellie Dagg in scoring, and they were both at 2,000 career points. So Ellie Dagg of Henning on this list. And then also, we got to go Nogod of Parker's Prairie.
Yep. Ellie, 2,248 points. She ranks 155. And then I think, let's see. Sari is 11th overall, 3,571 points.
All right, I want to keep things in Parker's Prairie. Did Sari's sister Michaela score 2,000 points? This is the one where I know she had to have been close.
Yes, 2,417 points, 92 all time in state history.
All right, we're going to keep it in Parker's Prairie for one more name. Okay. Faith Alberts.
Faith Alberts, class of 21, 2,185 points.
Boom!
There is one more Parker's Prairie Panther on this list, class of 2013. Can you get her?
2013 would have been when I started. So I would have, I got here I'm closing in on 13 years here in a week on February 4th. So that's the winter that I wouldn't have seen it. I would have just missed this number. So I don't have a name for you.
All right, I'll give it to you for free. 2,312 points for Madison Dorn, class of 2013. 4 Panthers.
Insane.
In the 2,000 point club.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Coach Noga knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
You got any more?
In terms of locally, I'm just going to go back to the alma mater and just kind of rattle off some names. I don't really know if they reached them, but I'm just going to rattle off the ones I think. Do we have like Ari Stokes? Was she close?
Not on the list.
Not on the list. Anybody from Bertha Hewitt on this list before I even just start rattling names? Because
hold on 1 second.
Well, you look those up.
I spelled Bertha wrong. Ari is on the list. 2,003 points.
All right, there we go.
I forgot the H in Bertha.
Berta.
Yes. Say it around these parts, Berta.
So she is in there. Ari's in there. She was a really nice player. Any other Stokeses? Because
there was Rumor, who was a little younger. I remember Rumor Stokes.
I don't think she got there.
I don't think so, but
she got to 1,000 maybe, but not 2,000.
I did write down Stokes, like multiple. So I'm glad you brought them up.
And also, if we're going to stay in the Bertha Hewitt, Finks, multiple. because there were two Finks that played, but they're around the same time as each other, so they might have again kind of cannibalized each other in that aspect. What do we got, Zeke?
Just one Bear on this list. That's Ari Stokes, 298th out of 318 on the list.
On the list, we'll take it. We'll take it, and we will move. Trying to think. I know, like any of the Glenses from Verndale make that list.
Yeah, Shania's on the list for sure.
Yeah.
Shania Glenn's class of 2017, 2,047 points. 263 out of 318 on my list.
Okay.
That's the one Pirate.
All right.
Are you ready? I got a bunch. Or do you have more guesses?
I'm trying to think across the region here. Like I know, trying to think of like some New York Mills along that line.
Janet Karvinen. Let's start with Janet Karvinen.
Go way back. I was trying to think recent memory, but
Janet Karvinen. 3,129 points, 23rd all time.
That'll play.
There's probably a few more, would be my guess. I don't know any of the 70s New York Mills names outside of Janet Karvinen, but I do know there's 3 Ruttons who have a chance to be on this list. Are any of the Ruttons here?
I've got Lydia Rutten, class of 2017, 2,214 points.
Yep.
I've got Hannah Rutten, class of 2010, 2,175.
And then Ellie was the sister in between. She's going to, again, that list of 1,300 to 1,900 is a really impressive list that Ellie would find herself in. Okay, that's a good guess.
And
just the 3 Eagles.
Just
Karvinen, Rutten, and Rutten. Yep.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Willow Teal from Perham.
Good guess. Good guess. Jay.
I'm guessing she's got to be in there.
I remember she got it. Let's see here. Willow Teal, class of 2024, 2,313 points.
All right.
127 all time.
That'll play. Play. I don't know, Corey, did anybody from Menahga, do we think any Menahga, how many Menahga names?
I have a few Menahga names.
Let's get those off the chest.
Menahga names.
Peter.
Menahga names. Alyssa Peterson, class of 2019, 2,409 points.
Excellent. Michigan Tech's own Janie Tormanen. Is she on the list?
I don't believe she is.
Oh, she had to have been close then.
I was going to take a picture. They've got the all-time leaders posted in the gym in Menahga. I almost took a picture of it last night, and I should have, because I think there's just 2 Braves on this list.
Just 2. Okay. So Janie is not on the list.
She is not.
How many Hendricksons? Is there a Hendrickson on the list?
Not in the 2000s club. A lot of them up on that board though, for 1,000 plus. Is
there another? Was the other 2,000 point score around the same time as Alyssa?
No, half a decade before. Class of 2013.
Gosh, dang it. So again, this is that right in that when I got
when
here.
You started. Yep.
I'm not going to know who that is.
Yep. Tara Cleveland.
Okay. I should known.
2,752 points. 43rd all time.
That's all I do. I've been going to these gyms for a decade and a half and just I should be better at this. Dang it. All right. Good job.
I'm not going to remember names, but Sabika about 15 years ago, of course, had some really, really nice teams.
All right. Let's start with Heidi Olson.
Let's see. For Sabika?
Yep.
I'll just search Sabika. I've got one Trojan on here. It is not Heidi Olson.
Is it a Lilquist?
It is a Lilquist.
Pick
class
one.
Class of 2012.
I can't do anything about that.
Jessica Lilquist, 2,265 points, 145 all time.
Yep, that's awesome.
That'll play.
I wrote any Lilquist ? On my list.
You had a pretty good chance.
That counts.
We're in. We'll take it. We'll move on.
Okay, let's keep it local here. How many Wadena Deer Creek on the list?
Let's search Wadena. I've got one Wadena. Let me search Deer Creek, just in case one happened before The co-op. Nope, just one Wolverine on here. Class of 93.
Oh,
I think if I remember from discussions, is that Rhonda Birch?
It is Rhonda Birch, 2,524 points, 72nd all time.
The only one I wasn't sure of is if Courtney Volkman was maybe close. I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. But okay. Let's go to Zeke's alma mater. Let's go to Staples-Motley.
yeah, they've probably had how many Woolhouse on that list?
I wrote the same thing. I wrote any Woolhouse.
0. No Cardinals in the 2,000 point list.
Jalen didn't make it, huh? Jalen Beachy.
They
For
play
the boys or the girls. Nobody. Yep.
They play ethical hoops in Staples.
I'm a little surprised by that.
I was too.
All right. How about I've got a pair of sisters here from Pequot Lakes, Vanessa and Olivia Lane.
I've got Olivia Lane. Olivia Lane
played with that. She was that same age. I remember because her and Jalen Beachy both went collegiate heptathlete, and Jalen went to NDSU and Vanessa went to SDSU. And of course they were, rivals within the conference. I remember calling the game in Staples with those two playing against each other.
I've got Olivia Lane, class of 2019, 2,434 points, 89th all time.
I think she went to UND to play her college basketball. Vanessa's not on the list.
Vanessa's not on the list. One other Patriot on here, though, class of 2011.
Yeah, good luck.
Yep. Oh, you got it, Emily Luck. Good job.
Yeah. Clip it.
Clip it.
Emily Luck, 2,174 points, 194 all time.
Very cool.
Way to go. Look at you.
Look at you.
I believe in you.
Trying to see if I have any other locals.
You're going to run the table here. You're going to get all 317
on my list. Aubrey Morrison, Walker.
Oh, yeah.
She just did it last year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a couple.
She graduate.
Class of 25, Aubrey Morrison, 2,691 points, 51st all time. One other WHA Wolf on here.
Say it again, CJ.
Was it the other Morrison?
It was not. Nope. Class of 2020.
Yeah, gosh dang.
I will not know this name. Dang.
This is fun. This is I knew there was a second Walker player, a Wolves player on here.
You want the first name?
Sure.
Brianna.
Brianna's awesome at basketball.
She was. Brianna Raditz, 2,174 points, 195 all time.
GG.
Dang it.
Dang
Okay. How about there was a year I was down covering state tournaments, and there were a bunch of 6-foot guards in the class A and AA. It was just unbelievably loaded. And one girl went to Denver. She was going to Denver to play her college basketball, and it was, I believe, Red Lake Grace White is her name.
Grace White, Red Lake, class of 2017.
Boom.
2,387 career points, puts her at 101 all time.
All right, now I have a bunch of just randoms, okay?
Yeah.
I wrote down any Woolhouse ? Any Lilquist ? Any Lodermeyers from Goodhue. Because there just is a Lodermeyer on every Goodhue team, which, by the way, the Goodhue boys, the number one team in Class 2A boys basketball this year after being a Class A team for years.
Insane.
Let's see. 2 Goodhue players on here, but not the ones you're thinking of.
None of them Lodermeyers.
None of them Lodermeyers.
What class did they graduate?
24 and 14.
Okay.
I wouldn't know where to go.
I'm going to have no recollection, yeah.
Girls are on here.
Michaela Miller, class of 2014, 2,331, and Elizabeth Gadiant, 2,036 points, class of 24.
Okay. Keeping it somewhat local, Hancock had that state tournament run a couple years ago. Any Owls make that list?
I've got 3 Owls on my list. Class of 25, class of 10, and class of 03.
I'm not going to know
with Caitlin Roloff, 2,417. She was the graduate last year. Let's see. Brianna Holman, class of 2010, 2,305 points. And Courtney Brewer, class of 03, 2,054.
All right. Are you ready for some bigger names that we missed at the very top of the list?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. We have to include Nia Coffey.
Yep.
I can't spell coffee.
Bump. It's spelled like with a Y, I think, right?
Yeah, EY.
Yeah.
I mean,
Samir Coffey's sister, so you know.
Which bigger school here? So this is maybe an instance where it wouldn't have happened, where it didn't happen.
I don't think I'm getting it.
Wow.
I'm stunned by that. Okay.
Obviously, Addie Mack.
Yep, Addie Mack we have to include here. That would have just been last year. Going to probably be the Big Ten Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, I was going to say, is she at Maryland? Where is? Yep.
Addison Mack, Blake, Minnehaha Academy, 4th on the list, 4,687.
Yeah, she was insane.
Carly Wagner.
She's at Michigan.
Carly's on here. You've nailed the top 5. Carly, 3,982 points.
Okay, and then let's go to Paige Beckers and Lindsay Whalen.
I know Paige is on here because she started when she was like a 5th grader or something crazy like that. Yeah, Paige, 32nd all time, 2,877. Whalen Hutchinson, I don't think is on here.
Okay.
Lindsay Whalen, not on my list.
Okay, and we've guessed everyone else's alma mater, but mine, I can only think of one name from Sibley East, Tara Bjorklund.
Not there.
Didn't make it, huh?
Didn't make it.
I just wasn't sure. I would assume there's no Sibley East on there.
There's no Sibley East.
No, or yeah. Then if it's the case, she played in the WNBA. That was like the first, like, holy crap, you can do this. I don't think I have any other names. Who important did we miss?
Oh, there's a whole bunch.
So
one big Alexandria name that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to remember it off the top of my head, but yeah, go for it.
Last year,
Mary
playing at SDSU right now.
Of course. Yeah, and then that means there's a couple girls from Fergus Falls who are on the list.
Fergus Falls, their run.
What the hell's her name? Just go ahead and tell us, please.
Hadley Toole.
Yeah.
Just 8 for years. Let's see who else we got here. Casey Borowitz, Roseau is on this list.
Oh shoot! How did I not write down the Baravich sisters?
Yeah.
Just Casey?
There's a couple of them. One of them is still playing, I think.
Katie was the youngest. She went to the Gophers, but then remember she had all her injuries. Casey was the middle. What the hell was the older one?
Yeah, Casey, Kylie, and Katie all on the list.
Yep.
All 3 of them.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, they were awesome.
Let's see who else we got here. We got Janet Carvinen.
How many names did we miss in Perham? Is Willow the only
Willow's the only one.
Wow. No DL names?
I don't think so. No DL names.
How about Park Rapids? I mean, 2,000 is so many, but cripes.
Yep, no Park Rapids.
Did Chloe Johnson at Duluth Marshall, has she gotten there yet?
Had to have been close.
I think she's just a sophomore this year, so she is
on here.
Yes.
2,189 points, but just through 9th grade because they only count 9 through 12.
Yeah, she's awesome. She's awesome. I think she's the number 1 recruit in the state, maybe even regardless of grade right now.
Probably.
Yeah.
There were a couple other Hilltoppers for Duluth Marshall there. How many do we got Hilltoppers?
I've got 4.
What?
There was one that was like before her, because I remember when I first left Duluth, it was like a story, and I, for the life of me, can't remember her name. So probably like 21 or 23 or somewhere in there.
Yeah, I've got a 21, a 25, a 20, and a 28. So they're all very, very recent. I've got, I'm going to butcher her name, Gianna Neepkins.
Cool.
3,704. Reagan Judeman, who's now at CI, 2,833, or was at CI. She graduated last year. Grace Kirk, Duluth Marshall, 2,400, and Chloe Johnson, 2,189.
Wow.
Any other locals that we missed? Any other big obvious names that we missed?
There should be at least one Pelican Rapids Viking on here.
Yeah, Korf. Yeah, there's no way Korf's not on this list.
Yep, Megan Korf is on here. Mackenzie Korf is on here. Bailey Strand is on here. She played at Fergus and Pelican Rapids. Let's see. I'm going to scroll back to the top and just start bopping names. Local names. We got Aubrey Morrison from Walker. Let's see who else we got here. I'm just looking at towns at this point. We got Rhonda Birch at 72.
Yep.
From Wadena Deer Creek. Ellie Colbeck, Fergus Falls is on this list.
Yep, she was on that. What would that have been? Was that 10 years ago now? 7 years ago now? She went to NDS or SDSU.
Yep, class of only 22.
Oh, was that more recent than that, huh? Okay.
It says here. Let's see. We got Alyssa Peterson, Menahga. Grace White, Red Lake. What a pull there. Hannah Draxton, Fergus Falls, class of 08 is on my list here.
How about this? How many names from Mountain Iron Buell are on the list?
Oh, goodness.
Mountain Iron Buell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That might be the record.
Jordan Zubik, Kelsey Mason, Charlotte Overby, Mary Burke, and Maya Buffetta.
Yep.
Well, Buffetta points for everybody. Goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Out. And then just one more for the fun of it, because I remember they were really good. Well, Cromwell or any of the Hackamak.
Yeah, those two cousins.
there were, I think, 4 of them on the roster, and 3 of them were sisters, and then a cousin.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them: Taya Hackamak and Shaylee, both class of 2020.
Nice. What an unbelievable missed opportunity for the Hackamaks and Henning. That was going to be really, really fun. Section
tournament game. I don't know if it's championship or not, between Cromwell Wright and Verndale. 10 players on the floor. And at one point, there were 4 Hackamakis and 3 Glenses. 7 of the players on the floor had 2 names. An absolutely impossible play-by-play situation.
You're calling everybody by first names at that point.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for the PA guy, because you go to Menahga and it's going to be a Pittenemy, it's going to be a Hendrickson, or Drea. That's kind of those. If you're trying to call on the right side of the court and the coach is standing right here and the official's right there, you have like an 80% chance if you say one of those 3 names, you're going to be right.
Being a very good chance.
Yeah.
I think that's good enough on this list, unless Zeke saw somebody else that absolutely needs to get mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hadley Toole was the big one that I saw from Alexandria that you guys missed. Yeah. And I'm just looking here real.
What's like the top 10 list? Like just in general, like
Oehrlein, Dahlman, Greenway, Mack, Wagner, which you guys got. And I've got Taylor Hall, Minneapolis South, class of 09. Madison. Mathewitz, class of 22. Duluth Marshall, Gianna Neepkins. Yep. Katie Ohm, Elgin Millville.
Dang it!
And Marissa Janning, Watertown Mayor. Then Naga, Parker's Prairie, 11.
Sari. I never got to see Sari, but one time I found out that she was interested in doing color. So it's the first and only time I've had a Division I basketball player do color commentary for me. That was cool.
Nice. Oh, another one we missed. She just got it this year. She's going to UND in the fall. From Frazee.
Oh, I don't know her name, but I know
Jaden Sonnenberg.
Sonnenberg. Yep.
Missed that one.
Poop.
Yep.
Yet.
I'm gonna go from the bottom up here and just see the more recent ones that we've missed. Here's a Nevis name, Greta Helseth, class of 08.
Yes, was gonna make it on there.
Let's see. Shannon Francis Monoman is on here. We got Verndale covered. Abigail John Barnesville last year got it, 2,073 points. Browerville. We haven't touched Browerville yet.
I was wondering, what do we got for Tigers there?
At least one, because I just found one. Two of them. Class of 2016, Crystal Pearson is on my list, and Quinn Kirscher. Class of 2017.
Let's go defunct. Do we have any Eagle Valley Rebels on this list?
Eagle Valley. Just those two.
Just those two? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
I think that's pretty much all of them. There's Hadley Toole, and that was the one. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all the locals and the.
It's a good list.
That's a really
list. It's a great list.
It's
a great list.
It's very fascinating how, in boys basketball, there's just a lot less names, despite the fact that there has been sanctioned boys basketball for a lot longer. But as we've talked about before, scoring is just up generally now in the high school league. And also in girls basketball, you are just more likely, if there's a 7th grader that's ready to play, they are more likely to pull that 7th grader up in, I'll use Ellie Dagg for an example. In Henning, she started playing when she was in the 7th grade at a varsity level. And it's way more common to see that happen in smaller areas with girls basketball than it is boys, for whatever reason. That's neither here nor there, but it's just a fascinating, kind of interesting.
And they just physically mature quicker and are ready to go. That's just the difference. Think about the average 7th grade boy and the average senior boy. Or just think about you as a 7th grader and as a senior. And
I try to forget me as a 7th grader.
So that's they're just closer to they're closer to being full grown adults, girls are in 7th grade than boys are.
Yeah.
I was a 98-pound offensive lineman in 7th grade football.
Yeah.
All muscle though, right, Zeke?
I was nothing. Back then I looked nothing like I do today. We'll just say that.
All right. So we've got one other thing that kind of local athletes that Zeke informed us about. So I kind of want to give Zeke the floor on this, but we switch gears, moving from girls basketball to a number of area goaltenders being recognized at a pretty high level.
Yeah, I thought you were going to talk Staples-Motley basketball and what they did last night, a couple milestones. Can I touch on that real quick? We missed that.
Sure.
Noah Larson, 500 rebounds, and Avondre Brandt got his 1,000th point last night. He didn't want to do it for me when I was covering them in Holly last week, but he got it in that 65-55 win over Perham last night. So congrats, Noah, and congrats, Avondre.
Staples-Motley, Section 8AA is begging you to win it.
They're still third, by the way. They're now 6-1, 7-1 in the conference, and they're third.
Well,
so it's going to be.
When I looked, they were second. So maybe as of this morning, somebody jumped them again. But it's right there. It's right there.
Something changed.
All right, let's do the goalie thing. He's frozen. He's dead.
Right, I think I'm back. My computer's freaking out here.
We got him now. He's back.
Am I back? Am I back? Sorry, I opened up a web page on my computer and it just freaked out.
Anytime I try and open up Fangraphs, melts my computer if there's more than one tab being ran.
Still dead? Am I back?
You're back. Yeah, you're good. Now we might have. Now it's going slow.
To take this computer and throw it in Spirit Lake, I think.
All right, Zeke, tell us about some high school goaltenders when you're able to pop in. Good?
All right, I've closed the tab. I've closed the tab, and I'm just going to pull it up on my phone.
Well, while you were looking it up,
let's tap dance for me.
While you're going to pull that up, This is from SI.com. The top goalies in the Minnesota high school boys hockey season includes, it's a really thorough, pretty extensive list. I didn't count the full list of names. It's a number, and because it's a number, Central Minnesota, West Central Minnesota, North Central Minnesota, however you want to break down the region, is very, very well represented. Did I kill enough time for you, Zeke, to run through those names?
Yeah, I killed the tab, and I have it on my phone here. The first one on here, Christian Hill from Bemidji, 491 save percentage. He's given up just about a goal and a half every single game. We've got from Little Falls, Isaac Callis. He's faced 752 shots on goal at the time this article was written, 76 saves in a game against St. Cloud Cathedral, Class A runner-up last year, St. Cloud Cathedral. Sam Suja from Northern Lakes is on here. He's given up 2.5 goals a game. I know, East Grand Forks is on here, defending state champion. He was a sophomore last year in net. 37 saves in the championship game against St. Cloud Cathedral last year. He's up for goalie of the year. We've got from Detroit Lakes, Griffin Lindbergh, 2.51 goals against average. He's got 2 shutouts for the Lakers this year. Of course, War Road goalie on here, Finn Hansen, is on this list. And I'm going to vote here. You can vote right here. I'm going to vote for, of course, my guy, Griffin Lindbergh. And I think it'll show you who's leading. And right now, Isaac Callis is first from Little Falls, Christian Hill, Bemidji second, Lindbergh third on the voting so far. So you can vote si.com/high school to find the full list. But there's 25 kids on here, and they're all elite.
Can I tell you how stupid I am when I was looking at this list and running through it? Mm-hmm. The very first name that you come across is the kid from Hermantown.
Yep.
Bryce Francisco, senior, Hermantown. And I was, what the hell? He's a senior? He's got a kid already? And it took me a moment longer than it should have realized that was his grade.
Oh, that's his grade in school. Yeah.
Not
a lot of seniors and juniors. Well, what's going on?
The juniors would have made sense. And I tell you what, if it would have been junior, I would have thought it for an extra name.
Yeah. Until you realize there's a lot of dudes out there naming their kids after themselves.
Who do these people think they are?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Fun show today. Appreciate you all for hopping on. A lot of great stuff we talked about, and we'll keep chugging along the rest of the week. We got some high school matchups on the broadcast schedule tomorrow and Friday that are really exciting. A game circled on the calendar that should be pretty fun. Pequot Lake, Staples-Motley coming up on Friday.
And CJ, the Highway 10 Cup, New York Mills, Wadena Deer Creek boys basketball on Monday. Details will be up soon or already are up at wadenaradio.com. Sports Cow, probably the Wadena Radio Facebook page. #Moo, #country music, #boys basketball, #Highway 10 Cup, #claim the road.
#Pizza Ranch, FunZone Arcade, bringing you today's morning sports desk. See ya.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Follow the Morning Sports Desk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch every show on YouTube.